back to my channel. It's a gorgeous winter's day here in Melbourne, but you know what? The days are getting longer and the sun is shining a lot more during the day. So I'm thinking of summer mix and spring, of course, which is coming up very soon. But in today's little podcast, I want to show you how to create a lovely little simple crochet border to your crochet items, whether it be a shawl like my all in a flutter shawl. I'm going to show you how you can create this ruffly crochet border or edging, but you can also add it to anything really, to blankets, the bottom of your jumpers or your sleeves. But excitedly, I want to show you how you can add a crochet border to your already made items with some simple basic crochet stitches, and that would add a little pop of color or make it a little bit more unique. So let's get your crochet hooks, your yarn, and let's get creative. Let's get started with creating a crochet edging to my shawl. So this is the all in a flutter shawl. That's my own design, currently available on Ravelry and my Etsy store. Now, it's a triangular shawl. It's quite big, so you see only part of it. I want to create a ruffle edging to give it a fun feminine look at the edge. So what I'm going to do to create that ruffle look, I'm going to increase 3 half double crochets per stitch. So I've chained 2 at the end of my work, and I'm going to create increases to create a ruffle flowy look to my shawl. So that's 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, and 3 half double crochet, and then move on to your next stitch. So keep on increasing till the end of your work. So you will have tripled the amount of stitches you started off with, and that extra stitches will give you a ruffle look. So I will meet you back at the end of my shawl. It might take me a while. I've got 334 stitches to go. So I'll see you there. And that's done, guys. I did a whole round of increasing half double crochets all throughout my shawl edge, and now you can see that the edges have curled a little bit, and that's our little ruffle effect there for you. So I'm done with increasing, and in my second row I'm just doing a 1 row of plain half double crochet in every stitch to add width to my shawl. Now you can repeat this half double crochet rows as many times as you like to add width to your edge. Now I'm only going to repeat it one more time so that I can end up in the right side of my work. So if you want to repeat a few more times, that's fine. Just remember to finish off on the wrong side of your work, because we will do the final edge round or row on the right side of our work. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this round 2 with just half double crochets in every stitch. And now I've got 1,000 plus stitches. So it might take me a while, guys. So I will meet you back at the end of this shawl round. So I just finished the second row of the crochet edging, which was the half double crochet row in every stitch. And you can see how roughly the edging is looking now. So that's really nice. You can keep going with the length of the edge by repeating the half double crochet row as many times as you like. But just remember to end on the wrong side of your work, because, so this is my wrong side of my work, because the final crochet row would look best on the right side of our garment. So the last feature row will be a sequence of 7 stitches. So make sure you know the number of stitches you start off with. I've got 1,014 stitches in this shawl, so I need to repeat that sequence 144 times, and I'll have 6 stitches remaining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 3 single crochets at the beginning, then start my sequence, and then at the end I'll have 3 stitches left over. So I will just finish those off with simple single crochets. So you can definitely, it doesn't really matter the number of stitches you have for this row. You just remember to have see how many times you go into 7 and how many stitches you have remaining. So a little bit of maths involved, but it's not that hard. Okay, let's start that sequence. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to single crochet in the first 3 stitches just to make up the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Now let's start our sequence. So our sequence will be 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet with a peacock stitch at the top. What does that mean? It means to chain 2, and then we create a single crochet in that first chain that we made. And this will give you a little bump at the top of that double crochet, which gives you a little bit of texture. So there it is, that little bump right there is a peacock stitch. So then let's go to the next one, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm probably not. So let's do a double crochet in the next stitch, then a half double crochet, and let's end that sequence with a single crochet. And let's repeat again. Single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet with a peacock stitch at the top. Let's chain 2, 1, 2, insert your hook on the first chain you created and drag your loop through, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, and that's a single crochet. So then we'll do a double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet, single crochet, and that's our sequence. Let's do it one more time. Single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet with a peacock stitch at the top, 1, 2, and insert my hook on that chain that we created, the first one. It's a little bit tricky, and single crochet, then double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet, and we're done. Oh, well, I'm not done. I have lots to go, but that's the sequence, guys. And you can see that when we put those sequences, those stitches together, you have a little bit of a triangular effect, has because each stitch has a different height. And I'm going to continue well along and finish the edge of my shawl, and I'll get back to you in a minute to show you the final product. And that's a wrap. I just finished doing the last feature row of the crochet edging for my all in a flutter shawl, and I'm really happy with that. It gives it a nice girly finish to my shawl. So next, let me show you how you can create a very similar edging to one of your clothing items. Okay, so I created the crochet edging for my shawl, and I'm going to move on to the skirt now. So this skirt is a plain denim skirt, and it's a little bit on the short side for me, so I thought that I could add some length and some color by adding some crochet edging to it. So the first thing we need to do is create a foundation chain on my actual garment where I can start building up some crochet stitches. So how I'm going to do that is by creating a blanket stitch all along the edging. You don't need to choose a blanket stitch. You can do a running stitch, just something that you can anchor your crochet stitch to. So I'm going to choose a contrast cotton thread, so red, but you can choose a thread that will match your garment. So let's get started with the blanket stitch. So I've just finished doing the blanket stitch all along the edging of my skirt, and I'm ready to add some crochet stitches. Now, because it's an A-line skirt, I thought that the ruffle edging might not suit it. So I'm just going to start with a row of half double crochet per blanket stitch. So I'm going to skip the increases that I did for my shawl, and I'm just going to do half double crochets. So let's start at the edge and let's join my yarn, which I chose a lovely yellow, and it's a cotton yarn. I believe it's 4-ply. You can use 2-ply if you like, if you want it to be a little finer work. You can even use DK if you like. All right, so let's start. Let's join the yarn, and I'm going to chain one, and in that same stitch I'm going to create a half double crochet. I'm using a 2.5 crochet hook. I think it'll give you much better definition. And as I move along, I'm going to tuck in the tail of that cotton so that I don't have to weave in afterwards. And I'm just going to go and half double crochet in every stitch of blanket stitch until I come to the start of that round. So I've come to the last half double crochet of that round, and I'm quite happy with how it's looking. The half double crochet row looks really nice. So I'm actually going to add some more color. So I'm going to start my next row with a beautiful hot pink. And I'm going to introduce a new feature row, I think, and it's going to be the double crochet cluster. So let me show you how I do that. First, let's join in the round. I'm going to join in a seamless way. So what that means is I'm going to turn my work, insert my hook on the first stitch of that round, and I'm going to drag my last slip stitch this way. So my last stitch will be joined to the first stitch, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2, but I'm going to introduce a new color, and it's going to be this beautiful hot pink. All of these are cotton, by the way. Most of these are knit patterns in the 4-ply. I just love working with cotton, actually. Now I'm going to also change directions of my work, so I am going to turn around and work back this way. So I'm going to, for this stitch, for this new row, I'm going to introduce a new feature stitch, and it'll be a double crochet in the first stitch, and I'm going to do a 3 double crochet cluster. And what that means is you insert your yarn over, insert your hook. This next stitch, you've got 3 loops on the hook, and you yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and don't complete your double crochet. You do that again. You do another double crochet, but don't finish it, and then one more time, and yarn over and go through those last 2 loops, and now you have 4 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and complete the double crochet with all those 3 clusters. And then we're going to double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to go ahead and do that pattern. So double crochet cluster, yarn over, go through your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, leaving those stitches with the loops remaining, and continue like that. So that's your 3 double crochet clusters, and it's just 1 stitch because you did not complete those double crochets. You formed 1 stitch. And let's move on. That's the pattern for the next round, and we're going to go right through till the end So I've finished the last 3 double crochet clusters, and I'm really liking those pops of color. So I'm going to change colors again for the next round. My next round is maybe my second last one, and it's going to be in this denim blue, and I'm going to finish the last row, which features a picot stitch in that grass green. So that will look really lovely. So I'm going to join again using the seamless join the round together by putting my hook in the first stitch of that round and dragging my loop of my last stitch through and joining like that. Oops, and I dropped the stitch. It's okay. Start again. So put my hook through the first stitch of the round, drag the last stitch through to join the round. It's a bit awkward because I'm trying to get the camera to, yeah, that's better. Trying to get in the best position for the camera. All right, so we've joined the round, and now we're gonna turn the work in the reversed order. And by doing that, we have joined our rounds more seamlessly, and actually looks much nicer, the join. All right, so let's do one row of just plain half double crochet before we end it with our edge row. All right, so I'm going to introduce a new color by chaining 2. Go 1, 2, and we're going to half double crochet in the first cluster right here. Half double crochet in, double crochet, and then continue all along. So we're going to do half double crochet in every stitch, and I will meet you back at the start when we're going to do the last row, guys. It's looking really cute. I'm really happy with that. So you can see how you can really upcycle your wardrobe, especially now in the pandemic times where we're not really doing that much shopping. We're staying at home, and yeah, that's a really good way to spend your time and freshen up your wardrobe. And we're back to the start of the round. So as we've been doing before, we're going to join the round by slip stitching to that very first stitch, as I just did, and we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And this is our very last round, and this is the sequence that we did for the crochet shawl. And I'm going to introduce my beautiful grass green color cotton to finish off. Now I've got 183 stitches, which means that I repeat the sequence 26 times, and I have one stitch left over. So I am going to, I think that's right, I'm going to join my yarn. Oh, I should have chained 1 with the green, shouldn't I have? So I'll go back and chain 1 with my green color, and we're going to single crochet in that very first stitch, and let's start our sequence. So the sequence was single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet with a picot stitch. So chain 2 at the top of that double crochet, and we'll insert our hook on the very first chain we created and do a single crochet on that chain. Then we'll do double crochet and work backwards. Half double crochet, single crochet, and we'll repeat that sequence. Single crochet, half double crochet. The only thing about cotton, it does split. Double crochet, double crochet with a picot stitch. 1, 2. Set a hook on that very first chain and do a single crochet, and that creates that picot stitch, which is a little dot on top of the double crochet, which is really sweet. And I'm just going to continue all the way through, and we're done creating a really fun edge for our denim skirt. Okay guys, that's it. I just finished creating this crochet edging in my denim skirt. I'm loving the color choices that I made, and all I did after doing the crochet was give it a good steam to relax the stitches. Now I did it with a skirt, but you can do this edging with anything really. So denim jackets, pants, shorts, and other tops. So you really can create a lot of things. So I hope this tutorial has inspired you to do some crochet in your ready-made items or other crochet projects. Okay, I will catch you next time. Bye.